Hi, this is Noreen for Kingsway Eye, and my special guest today on Get Real is Martin Goldie. Martin?
Good morning. My name is Martin Goldie, and I'm called a Financial Inclusion Advisor based in Glasgow West. The role of Financial Inclusion Advisor is funded by Glasgow City Council through the Scottish Executive, because it has been identified that a lot of people need help and assistance in financial matters, planning, budgeting, things like that. And what I try and do is link in with people who are financially excluded or financially unaware. And what we have to do is address people who are going through transitional periods in their life and give them as much help as possible. Drumchapel Law and Money Advice have solicitors, they have advocates, they have benefit specialists, money advisors who can help with debt control, children's rights, and a whole variety of things linked to that, even with tribunals, if there are problems, people wishing to contest maybe a decision in their benefits. So the whole package that we can offer is quite rounded and has proved very successful and helpful to a number of organisations.
In the Kingsway, we've got a vast number of asylum seekers, and I've heard that when asylum seekers get permission to stay in the country, that their benefit, like 2/3 of their benefit, disappears. Is there any help for asylum seekers?
Yes, when people come to this country for the first time, they don't realise how the financial institutions and organisations work, and it's very much part of my role, and one of the organisations I contact is to give them as much help as possible, or if I can't help them, I may know a man who can. Yeah. One of the organisations I deal with is the Scottish Refugee Council, and I regularly am asked to go along to meetings they have in the area called Framework for Dialogue. And now this will probably involve maybe 30 or 40 asylum seekers, and there will be interpreters there, and I myself can organise interpreters when if I have to have one-to-one meetings with people, and I have already had a few. But at these meetings I can then explain the role of what's available to asylum seekers and what requirements they need when they're given the right to stay, and this is a service that we can give a great deal of help to.
What are your 3 top tips for staying out of debt?
I think the 3 tips that come to mind immediately, the first one would be budgeting. I think that's very important. Work out your income and expenditure and see what free funds you have. The second tip would be prioritise your spending. Realise what's important and what's not important. Cut out the things that are not important. It could be getting rid of Sky TV, something like that when you've got ordinary TV, or having your ordinary phone and not a mobile. Be aware of that. And finally, I think knowing where to turn for help, that's very important, because nobody can know everything. And there's that well-known saying, knowing your weakness strengthens it. So if you don't know something, you should ask, but it's important to know where to ask to get proper advice and guidance.